Morning guys, William here with Patriot Containers. You know, I make hundreds and hundreds of videos that are useful information if you're buying a cargo container and what to watch out for, what you should buy. This might be the most beneficial video from start to finish of everything that you're up against if you are looking for a cargo container. If you're wondering about me, I started working for cargo container companies 13 years ago. It just so happened that I worked for two companies that were horrible. Everything that they did for the customers was wrong. And once I figured it out, I left and I started Patriot Containers. I don't want you to watch this video and think that this is a sales pitch. All my videos are genuine help from a person that actually cares about customers. And I'm sick and tired of these companies that started up after COVID that are ripping customers off and getting away with it. 90% of cargo container sellers are lying to you, and they're going to deceive you. They're going to do almost everything wrong, and you're going to feel duped and tricked, and then you're going to be stuck either with a bad container that was not delivered on the correct day, or if you return it, you lose thousands of dollars. I used to work for companies like that, and I hated it so much I started my own business. I've been in business for 11 years and I have 3 complaints, and if you ever read them, all 3 people never bought a container from me. My formula is very simple. Tell people the truth. Sell good used and good new containers. Don't buy cheap junk, and show up on the right day. That's it. It's really simple. Why 90% of cargo containers companies can't get that right? I have my suspicions. I think they have too many employees. I think they make too many sales. I think they just don't care. And so if you're watching this video, which obviously you are, you got to kind of figure out with what type of customer you are as a person. Everybody should consider a new container. I know it costs a lot of money, but once it finally arrives, you won't regret the extra money that you spent on it. I promise. But there are people that just can't justify spending that extra money for a new container. That's understandable, and I totally get it. But there's a wide variety of used. There's good used containers and there's bad used containers. This is the part where you have to figure out with what type of customer you are. If you're the type of customer that truly thinks that you do not care about the condition of your container, this video is not for you, because 90% of container companies, that's what they sell is as is and damaged and what's called wind and watertight junk. Wind and watertight is horrible. It's not a good container. I've said that in many videos. Wind and watertight is the sleaziest way to sell you a 5,000 or 8,000 pound container and not tell you with what it looks like. They're just telling you they have a cheap container that doesn't leak. Painting a cheap container, it might not fix it the way you expect it to be. If you think you're a welder and you want to buy a cheap container that you think is going to have 1 hole, but it has 9 holes and cancerous rust all over, good luck re-welding that thing. This video is purposely just for customers that want good containers and you want a good service. And again, this is not a sales pitch. I'm going to give you all the help I can in this video to prevent you from going with the wrong company, and try to give you as much as advice to protect you as a buyer. You are the buyer. You have full control of your purchase, and you should have a say-so of what you want and what day it gets there. So number 1, I'm going to give you the warning signs that all the bad companies say right now. We're nationwide. We're the most reviewed. We have lifetime warranties, 25-year warranties. If you don't like your container in 30, 60, 90 days, you can get a full refund. These companies have a thing on their website called terms and conditions that basically erases everything that they told you to make the sale, but in the terms and conditions, they just don't do anything. They're going to deliver you a bad container, and there's nothing you can do about it other than losing thousands of dollars. So how do you pay for a container? If you want a good used, or obviously new is one trip, that's the best. If you want a good used container, you must buy cargo worthy or you must buy IICL. Stay away from the term wind and watertight. It is not a good container, and most of these companies are selling you damaged and as is, but they sold you wind and watertight. You'll never know that till it arrives. If it has holes in it, it is not wind and watertight. So cargo worthy is a better container than wind and watertight. IICL is better than cargo worthy. That's the best use you can get. And then if that's not good enough, you should buy a new one. Now, if you're dealing with a salesperson that is being paid a commission and they do not know with what day your container is going to arrive and they give you an estimated time frame, most likely they could take 1 to 3 months to deliver this container. If they say 7 to 10 days, they don't know. If the company is saying you have to place an order and in 4 days we'll tell you when your container is going to arrive, they are not running a proper operation that can actually deliver you a container on time. And I'm going to say this probably 2 or 3 times in this video. Research the company you're buying from. These companies are known to pay for fake 5-star reviews to cover up all their complaints that they get. And they have thousands of complaints combined in a short amount of time. So if you're dealing with a company that is saying they take cash on delivery, you have nothing to lose, but make sure it's cash on delivery. Most of these companies say cash on delivery, but they don't accept cash on delivery. If you can find a company that actually does cash on delivery and you don't sign anything, never sign anything when placing an order. Don't sign in the beginning, don't sign after your order, don't sign on delivery. So if you're talking with a company that says they do payment on delivery, do not give your credit card information up until the container arrives. They will make you sign something that it authorizes them to charge you a cancellation fee, a restocking fee. And you're going to lose your delivery money, a restocking fee, and a cancellation fee. Stop signing contracts you're signing something that is basically screwing you over and protecting the company. That's what you're signing. You should be able to call a company and they should quote you an accurate description of what this container is, what it's going to look like, how it's going to function. And instead of pushing you toward a cheap piece of junk, you should be pushed toward a better container that looks good. You should know your delivery, the real delivery date before your order, during your order, or after your order. But you should know that delivery date in the same day. That means they're handling your order correctly. By signing stuff and putting a credit card on file, you're authorizing them. So if they tell you 7 to 10 days for delivery, and then 20 days goes by and they're not communicating with you, you're going to want your money back. Well, you authorize them to do a cancellation fee. If they bring you out a horrible container and you feel misled and you say, I don't want that. You didn't tell me it was going to be like that. That's not what I wanted. You're going to refuse the delivery. You're going to lose the delivery money. You're going to have a restocking fee, and you're going to have a cancellation fee. And you're not going to have a container. So research these companies. Read their terms and conditions on the bottom of their website. Read all their complaints that they have. Go to their Yelp. These companies pay for fake 5-star reviews on Google and Better Business Bureau, and they cover up all their complaints. But on Yelp, Yelp actually takes down their fake paid for 5-star ratings, and so they only have a 1-star rating on Yelp. It's the way it should be. So if Yelp has a 1-star rating on them, Google and Better Business Bureau also should have horrible ratings for these people. But Google and BBB lets them get away with purchasing fake 5-star reviews and leaving it up there. Stop signing contracts. Now, if you are super scared to buy a container, go online and Google where these containers are being stored at and drive there. You will pay top dollar for the container because you're standing there. And again, I just don't want to turn this into a sales pitch of call Patriot Containers. That being said, I provide a real service in this industry that is broken. And the reason of my videos is that these companies are not doing with what's best for their customers. They're doing with what's best for the company. And they're screwing up American citizens' lives. And some people have limited funds. They really do. And when you keep somebody's money for something that they've done nothing wrong, you're destroying people's lives. I stand against that. I stand against criminal people that are stealing people's money and getting away with it, and the customer didn't do anything wrong. I'm sure there's a lot more I could talk about in this video, but I don't write anything down. This is all from my heart, and every day I'm making videos like this to expose the bad companies of how they get away with criminal sales. And look, stop signing contracts. If you can pay cash on delivery for reals, take advantage of it, but don't sign anything. So if they bring you out a crappy container, don't pay for it. Reject it. If they take 3 months to deliver, cancel your order. You can't lose anything. They wasted your time. Payment on delivery. Stop signing contracts. You're authorizing them, so when they screw up, and you're going to pay for all their screw ups. Stop signing stuff. Don't put a credit card on file. If they don't know with what delivery date your actual container is supposed to get there, it's probably not going to get there in the time frame that you expect it to be. I research all these companies, every single one of them. I look into, I read their complaints, I read their terms and conditions on their website. It's disgusting how these companies run their business. It's not the way it should be. You should be able to call a good company that sells their containers correctly, accurately, and a good company should call a driver and go, hey, what day can you do this delivery? And that's what day it shows up. So when you get a container on the right day and it's in the right condition that you wanted, you're going to be happy. If they screw up everything and bring you out a rusty old container with holes or damage on it, let's say you get a good container, but it's got significant damage that you can't fix, and it's delivered 1, 2, 3 months later, and then you find out that their warranty is a fiberglass patch kit to fix a hole that wasn't, it was there on delivery. They purchased you a faulty container and they did it on purpose. Companies are preying on people, and trust me, I talk to the same people every single day. Everybody wants a cheap container that doesn't leak. Well, when you call me, I'm going to tell you that that container looks like crap and you should not buy it, and here's what a good one looks like. There are people that want crappy containers and you can't convince them. Well, these companies are preying on you guys, and they're gonna do everything wrong when they get your order, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's just nothing you can do about it. So research these companies, go to their Yelp, listen to their warning signs. We're nationwide. We're the most reviewed. We have lifetime 25-year warranties, and if you don't like your container in 30, 60, 90 days, you can get a full refund. Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. Go read their terms and conditions and read with what it really says, because a full refund ain't happening. So I hope these videos help you guys. I'm sure there's a lot more things I could say of warning signs, and I should start writing this stuff down and going through the list, but Yeah, I'm the only one on YouTube bringing you guys these videos. If you're looking for a container, I hope you find this video before you're buying a container. You do not need to call Patriot Containers. This is not a sales pitch. This is a warning, and I'm whistleblowing how these companies are getting away with criminal sales. It's wrong. It needs to be stopped. This industry needs to be regulated or cleaned up. And this is my only way of doing it, of making YouTube videos that hopefully in the year's time it spreads out and people can see these videos. Um, yeah, I mean, you do have more options to go with these companies that make themselves sound like they're not brokers. They're all brokers. They are all brokers. I'm a broker. I buy directly from shipping lines, but I buy containers that are inspected correctly. I buy good ones that look good, and I have drivers in each location that picks up your container and takes it to you. If you want it to be new, it's going to be a new one. If you want it to be a good used one, it's going to be cargo worthy or IICL. IICL costs a little bit more than cargo worthy. Patriot Containers does not sell damaged as is or wind and watertight containers. Everybody wants a wind and watertight container, and I'm telling you, I don't sell it. I don't sell it because you will complain about it when it gets there. I don't want you to complain, and I hope you don't want to complain. So it always boils down to standards and morals. I have them, they don't. And when I say they, I'm talking about like 80 to 90% of cargo container companies. They are not telling you the truth. They're going to steal money that's not deserved. And they're going to take 1 to 3 months to deliver a container. And there's nothing you can do about it. And their warranties that they told you, it's a patch kit. That's it. You're not going to get a replacement container like you think you are. And then if you think they're going to come back and take that container away and you're going to get a full refund, you're not. You're going to lose your delivery twice. You're going to be charged a restocking fee, and you're going to be charged a cancellation fee. In the complaints, people are losing 2/3 of their money, and the container is gone. So imagine paying $4,000 and $2,700 to $3,000 of your money is gone, and you authorize them to take it. Anyways, guys, hope these videos are helping. Happy Monday. It's the 22nd. Have a good one. Bye.